Hey guys, and welcome to Ozzie Reviews. Well, today I'm checking out the Spromise S358J 3G trail camera. Now I thought I'd show you the unboxing, guys, to give you a look at exactly what comes with it. So we've got a warranty card here, so we've got a 24-month warranty on the actual camera. There's the manual here. We've got a USB cable to connect it to the computer. Antenna, the camera itself, and just under here we've actually got a strap here so you can strap the actual camera to a tree or a post. Okay, so let's put the antenna on to start with. Now it's very important that you don't over tighten this, guys, just till you get a little bit of resistance, and that's enough. So the camera dimensions are 15 centimeters by 12 centimeters by 9 centimeters. So it does weigh 350 grams, so it's not, hugely heavy, but it's still a nice sturdy camera. Now it has UV paint protection, so the camo finish on here is guaranteed to last up to 3 years. Whereas I must admit, on a lot of other cameras, once you get them out in the field and you have them there for a couple of months, it certainly fades. Really, it doesn't really bother me that much, but some people it may. So let's talk about the technical specs now. It's a 12 megapixel camera, so it does full 1080p, full HD video with sound. And the good thing about it is it sends the pictures and videos right to your mobile phone via the 3G network. It has a 0.6 second trigger time, so very quick, and it does up to 10 photos in a single burst. So you can obviously change that in the settings. You can have anywhere between 1 and 10. Now it has the zero glow black bulb, okay, so the infrared on it, you're not going to see that low red glow of a night time, which is really good because it's not going to spook animals or anything like that. Now it has complete two-way communication via SMS, so in other words you can retrieve on the spot pictures and videos and write back to either your email address or your mobile phone, so you can easily choose which one you prefer. Now it supports up to a 32 gig SDHC card. Okay, so this is what they look like there. Just keep in mind, guys, I found with a lot of these trail cameras, if you use SD XC cards, some of the later ones, it can cause a few problems, okay? So just stick to the SDHC and you'll have no problem. Price-wise, this was $29 from JB Hi-Fi. I bought it only the other day prior to doing this review, so it's more than cheap enough to get one. Now it has the memory loop overwrite, which means that once the actual memory card starts filling up and it's full, it'll then go back to the beginning and then start recording again. And it is also fully water resistant. Obviously it has to be because it's going to be outdoors. Now you can get the steel security box for this, guys, but in this review I'm just going to review the camera the way it is. If you want to get the steel security box, by all means go ahead and get it. But this is more just to have it as a bit of a mobile setup, for use around your property. Or if you're out, you enjoy whatever, bird watching, you're trying to get different wildlife on the camera, or you're using it as a hunting cam. So let me open it up for you now and just show you inside it. So it takes 12 AA batteries. Now the ones that I like to use are the Energizer Ultimate Lithium. Okay, very expensive, but guys, they last. You're going to get a lot more time out of them than what you are with standard alkaline batteries. It's got a built-in 2-inch LCD screen, and what I find overall is just the actual buttons and the navigation on this is very, very easy. That's what I like about it. So a big plus to them on that. So let's go ahead and just put the batteries in so I can actually show you the setup. Okay, so once the batteries are in, what we need to do is put in the SIM card and also the SD card. So I've got one from Telstra here. Pretty straightforward, just pushes straight in. And basically, guys, I find with a lot of these cameras, it's probably best to use Telstra because they get better coverage in the bush areas anyway. They're a bit more expensive, but you know, I got a cheap enough plan with this where I've got unlimited SMS. So that's what I want, because obviously if you've got this camera and it's going off repetitively, if you're on a prepaid, well, you're losing 50 cents each time that it takes a photo. So for me personally, I prefer it on a plan where I've got unlimited SMS. Okay, now the SD card. You'll hear the click when it's in correctly. So we've got the button here and there's 3 different settings: off, set up and on. So we just move it up 1 to set up. You'll hear the beep and it'll just come up with the Spromise logo. It'll say searching network, but you don't have to wait for it to find the network before you can use the menu. So you can hit the menu button here and you'll see that you've got 4 options in the menu. Okay, so the camera, so I've got it set to photo, so you can put it as photo or video. The photo size 12 megapixel and the photo burst is 3 photos. So I just thought I'll get it to take 3. I don't really need it to take 10. So that's fine. So we'll move on to the next one. Sensitivity is just normal. The trigger interval 5 seconds. I just thought I'll try it at that and see how we go, because we can easily change it if we need to. I don't need to put it on time lapse or start or stop times, because I just want it to work instantly, and we don't need it to work on specific days. So hit menu to go back up the top, scroll over. So as you can see, guys, you know, this menu and the buttons and everything are really easy to use. The clock, so you can enter the actual time. The timestamp, I want that as on, because obviously I want the time and date on photos that it sends me. Format, so what we can do is just hit OK to format the SD card. Yes. Okay, that's done. Override is on, so in other words, it's going to start from the beginning once it's full. Now, we don't want it to go back to default settings. Information, password, we don't want that. And I've got the beep off, so it's not beeping every time I hit this. Okay. Firmware update, you can actually do them. There's an LED indicator at the front that flashes for about around about 10 seconds, I think it is. Just indicates to you when the camera is on, once you put it on the actual on position here of the switch, and then it'll turn off. Okay, so that's all good. Menu back up. Let's go to wireless settings. Okay, send mode, we want it as instant. Send via MMS, send to phone. And then the phone, we can actually enter the phone number here. So that's where you actually put in your phone number that you want it to send to. There's also a couple of extra spaces for additional phone numbers. So in other words, if you've got your partner or kids, whatever, that you want the picture to go to as well, you can set it up to do that. Email, that's if you want it to actually send to your email, you put in the settings there. Image from on, in other words, it'll come up with the model of the camera when it sends it. Now, setup tool here, if you hit enter, what it'll do is it'll write the tool to the SD card. So then when you put it on a PC, you can do a lot of this on the actual desktop. Now, I don't have a PC, I only use Mac, so for me, I mean, it's pointless. Now, Spromise have said that they're actually making an iPhone app currently at the time of doing this review, and they also have an Android app available, you know, as of right now. So if you've got either of those, you'll be fine. For me personally, honestly, guys, I just SMS this camera and it does everything I want. Now, the SMS, I'll just jump back to the manual very quickly. The SMS commands are all in the back here. So everything you want to do, it just gives you the command that you've got to send the camera. So SMS control, we want that on because obviously the camera can't be controlled by SMS commands if you've got it off. We don't need to copy the parameters or update them. And the image quality, VGA 640 by 480. Okay, now that's the actual image that's going to come through on your phone. It'll still save as 12 megapixel on the actual memory card here. So that's all working perfectly. Okay, so we just go back, menu. Okay, you can see here we got some good coverage here with the 3G with this. So that's ready to use. So what happens now, guys, is when you actually switch it to on, now I'll do that, so it'll turn the screen off. Okay, you can see the little LED light flashing there. Okay, and then it'll stop soon. Yep. Okay, so it stops, so it'll be taking pictures now because there's movement. Okay, so we'll just put it back onto the off command from there. Okay, so let's get out on the farm, guys. I want to actually just, install this around a post, and let's see what sort of photos and images we can get with it. All right, guys, so let's strap the camera here just to a tree. All we need to do is just put it to the on position, close it back up, and just put the strap around the tree. Okay, so that's nice and tight. You want it to be tight, obviously, so that it's not moving in the breeze, because if it does move in the breeze, then you're going to take pictures, okay, unnecessarily. So it's set up there, so let's just see what we can capture with it. So this is the actual video and audio from the trail camera, guys. So as you can hear and as you can see, it's pretty good quality. Okay, so I'll just show you guys how to take a picture manually. Very straightforward. You just refer to the commands in the actual manual. But if you put in star 500 and then hash and then hit send, that'll send to the camera and it should come back with the acknowledgement. Okay, so it says star 500 hash, picture sending. So it'll be just processing that picture now. So I find it usually takes about 30 seconds. There we go. And it comes back and then there's the picture. Clear as day. You can scan around it and it's date, time and temperature. Alright guys, I'm going to finish up with my final thoughts on the Spromise trail camera. Now it's a really nice unit. I find it so user friendly when you actually open it up and you're trying to put in the settings manually. I actually find it very, very user friendly in that regard. Now you can get the external security box with it as well. You can also get the external solar source kit, which is just fantastic. So if you want to set this camera up on a more permanent basis, you can definitely do it. Now, good quality pictures. You know, there are other trail cameras out there that have higher quality pictures like the Scout Guard that I reviewed, but 12 megapixel is still very, very good quality. The video on it as well, I'm quite impressed with that. That's also very good quality. So it just depends on what your situation is to which trail camera you'd go for. Anyhow guys, if you want to have a look at one of these, I get mine through Pro's Choice down in New South Wales. Currently they're down from $6.99 to $550 at the time of doing this review. So if you want to have a look at one, I'll put the link underneath this review on YouTube and you can check out the range in your own time. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed the review. So till next time, we'll catch you then.